Hey there, hi, and welcome back to the channel. This is gonna be part 2 of EMR on EC2 for beginners. In the first part, I covered a very basic on how you can create a simple PySpark job, write plain old vanilla file, Parquet files to S3. Now, in the second part, I wanna cover, how you can create a very simple Iceberg table PySpark job, submit that to the EMR as a step, and once the job is complete, it's gonna terminate the cluster. This time, instead of using on-demand instances, we're gonna be using spot instances. Spot instances are much more cheaper, about 60 to 70% cheaper than on-demand instances, right? So this video focus on how you guys can get started with EMR 7.5 on EC2 with Iceberg. So let's get started. You can come to lab 2. That's what we're gonna be doing. So first I will walk you over the Iceberg job and then of course the EMR part. All right, so hopefully you guys can see my screen. Let me drop this a little bit here. Okay, so here this is not needed actually. So here I define my Spark session. I create a Spark session. I name the app name as Iceberg PySpark job. I set enable Hive sync support because I would like to sync the data with Glue Hive Metastore. I have a very simple function, load data to Iceberg. This will load the data to Iceberg tables, right? And then to make it a simple hello world, I have a data frame object on line 103. And then I call load to Iceberg function, which takes a Spark session. I provide in the data frame object, the catalog name is gonna be dev. The Glue database I'm gonna be using as default. Table name is gonna be taxi. I wanna partition the data by process date. Table type is gonna be copy on write. Here I can pass in an SQL query. So I'm saying select everything in the data frame, right? And then add these two columns. So I'm gonna add a column called process date and process time. And then for compression, I'm gonna be using Z standard, and the target file size, I would like to set that to 128 megabytes. Once I write the data to Iceberg, I read the data from the Iceberg, I print as part data frame, and then I do a simple group by. So the PySpark code is very simple. It shows you a hello world into Iceberg. Now the main part I wanna cover is the EMR. So I'm gonna be opening this file, which is called create EMR submit step.shell. In the first part, you have seen this, so it should not be new. Release label, I'm using EMR 7.5.0. This is the region, right? And then this is the job locally on my computer. As you can see, Iceberg job, right? So this is the job that I have on my computer locally, right? And then this is the bucket where the job is gonna be copied, right? Because the job has to be copied on S3. This is the step name, right? You can name it anything. So the first thing the job does, it copies your local PySpark job on S3 with the command AWS S3 CP. Once that is done, we have a step configuration. Here you can see this is the PySpark job is going to submit it as a step, and once it's done, it's going to terminate, right? So the jar we're going to be using is a command runner.jar. Step name, you can give it anything, and here are the configuration related to Iceberg. And this is the path to that PySpark job which sits on S3. This is the configuration that you need to add on EMR cluster so that you can use Iceberg, right? And then we are keeping it very simple. So usually in EMR, you will have your primary node, core node, and task node. Core node is something that would hold your data. Task nodes are where the computation is gonna be happening. But again, to keep the cost minimum, and beginners are doing it, so we're just gonna have one standalone primary cluster. We're gonna use M5 extra large, and I'm gonna set the bit price to 0.1 cent. So this is gonna use spot instances because spot instances are about 60 to 70% cheaper, right? So literally I'm gonna pay like 0.06 cents something per hour, right? So it's very, very cheap. And here you can see, so timeout duration minutes. So basically means for 60 minutes, if you cannot find me a spot instance at the end, terminate the cluster. You can also have a mode, after 60 minutes, if you don't find a cluster, switch to on-demand mode, right? You can have that, but again, I'm just keeping it to terminate cluster. And this is self-explanatory, right? I just create a cluster, submit the job as a step to that, and it's gonna print all the details, okay? All right. So before that, I wanna show you on S3. Okay, on S3 I do not have any folders yet, as you can see. This is my glue database. Probably I don't have any tables, right? So now let's see ls minus l. You can see all the item in the project directory. One more command I want to show you, probably I think over here. Actually, do I have it or not? Let me see. Yeah. So this command will basically, show you all the price for M5 extra large spot instances price, right? So if I quickly fire up, I just want to show you, right? So it's like 0.07 cent per hour, right? 0.077 cent per hour. So you see, it is cheap, right? So I just wanted to show you that. Okay. Now I'm gonna do chmod +x./create, and then I'm gonna run the shell file. Ready? 3, 2, 1, run. So it copied the job to S3, as you can see, and then here is my cluster name, ends with B1H2, right? So if I go to EMR, I refresh, B1H2, starting state, as you can see. If I click here and then go to instances, scroll down, here you can see spot capacity set to 1, on demand is 0, right? So that's there. Here is your step. Oops, that's let me see. Looks like it failed. I think I was in the wrong cluster, probably, not sure, because the cluster, yeah, I was in the wrong cluster. I was like, I just started the cluster. All right, so here is my step. As you can see, it is in the pending state, PySpark job. That's the name that we gave in the shell file. So if I scroll all the way up, PySpark job, right? So that's what we have here. If I expand here you can see the Spark submit command with all the configuration, and here you can see the path to the Iceberg PySpark job on S3. So right now this is probably going to take a time, because I think it's going to find spot instances. Once it finds, then it's gonna install the necessary dependencies on the EMR cluster, and once it's done, it's gonna start the job in the running state. So right now it says starting, so I will pause the video right here and then resume once it is probably in the running or completed state. So pausing the video right over here. So the job is in the running state, as you can see the running step right now. So if I open up step, and it is in the running state, right? Let's see if the logs are available. The logs are not available, so I'm just gonna probably wait a little bit here. But yeah, it's running, right? So now let's probably head over to S3, refresh if we see some Iceberg table here. I see my job folders, but I do not see an Iceberg table yet. So I'm just gonna be a little patient right here, refreshing again. So let's wait. Once probably the logs are available, I'll show you. This should be done in like a couple of minutes. It should not take long, right? It's a very simple job, right? So just refreshing here to see if it's ready. Still not. So let's just wait for a couple of more minutes, and once the job is complete, I can resume the video. The job is complete. As you can see, if I open up std out logs, and here you can see the print schema, the data frame object, and then we were able to do a group by. Now if I head over back to my S3, I refresh, I can see a warehouse, taxi, data, metadata. I have the partition process date. Inside I have my Parquet files, and the compression we are using Z standard. Head over to Glue. The data is synced with Glue Hive Metastore. You can use the table optimization here to do the compaction and all that stuff, right? Since it's synced with Glue, I could probably also run ad hoc analytics on that particular table. So I can say preview tables, and I can run queries from Athena, right? So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This video covers how to use EMR 7.5 with, of course, Iceberg, and how to submit a job and the overall process. So hope you have enjoyed. The entire code, the shell file, the PySpark code could be found on my GitHub under the lab number 2. And in the further videos, we're going to be covering more parts on EMR on EC2. I hope you're enjoying. With that being said, keep smiling, keep programming, and I'll see you in the next video.